Hey everyone, it's me, Luke, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to draw a penguin. Alright guys, so to draw this penguin, we're going to start by drawing some basic shapes. First, let's start with the circle that will be its head. Now that we have the head of our penguin, we can add some triangles that will end up being its beak. I'm going to draw two triangles, one like this, and then a smaller one right underneath. So that way it sort of looks like a beak. Next up, we're going to draw its body. It'll be another oval, circle-ish shape down here. But we don't want to draw a full circle because then it would be covering its face. We just want to connect it to the head right there. And after that, we're going to draw two arcs. A quarter of a circle, just like that. And then we can draw its eyes. I'm just going to be drawing some black circles for the eyes. But if you want to go more detailed on your eyes, you totally can. Next up, we're going to draw its belly. So for its belly, we're going to draw another circle, but just a little bit smaller than the first one. Make sure that stays on the inside of your first circle without crossing it. Next up, we're gonna draw its wings, its arms. So we're gonna start with some triangles sticking out. These are pretty pointy, but we can change that later. We're just gonna start with the basic shapes. Now that we have that, we can curve it out. We can make it more rounded out and erase this sharp point. You can do the same thing on the other side. Next up are the penguin's feet. We're going to draw two circles down here, and those will be the feet of our penguin. Alright, and now that we have our penguin, it's time to draw where it is, because penguins don't just float around. We want to draw it in its natural habitat. Penguins live on the South Pole, and there's a lot of snow and ice there, so we're going to draw a lot of that. We can start by drawing it on an iceberg, and an iceberg is a really big piece of ice in the water that floats. So we can just draw it standing on an iceberg. With an iceberg, I usually just draw a very uneven line and then come around the back, because ice isn't always a perfect shape, so you can sort of like wiggle around your pencil for this. See this uneven shape, and then we can do that again, getting down towards the water. See, I'm gonna stop right here, and that's when I'm gonna draw the water. For the water, you can just draw some nice arcs. See, it didn't get, I left some space to make sure that my lines didn't cross each other. I can then finish the rest of the iceberg. All right, and now that we have that, we can switch to our markers. Now that I have drawn it all in pencil, I can go in with a black marker and outline it. All right, and now that I have it all drawn in with my black marker, I can start to color it in. I'm going to start with the beak, because the beak is yellow. Something interesting about penguins is that there's many different kinds of penguins, and the different kinds of penguins do look different. Some kinds of penguins have part of their face is white, and for some of them, it's all black. I chose to do the ones where part of their face is white, just because that way I think it'll make our drawing a bit more interesting. Next up, we can color in this section. This section, the top of the head of the penguin, is black, so we can just color that in like this. And next up, we can color in the outer part of its body and its arms. The stomach is white, so we can leave it how it is. Next up is the penguin's feet, which are also yellow. go. And now we can start coloring in its environment. I'm going to be using a gray marker for the ice. You could also just leave it white because ice is a color, it's a very, very light gray, so you could either leave it as gray or white and it wouldn't make that much of a difference. I'm going to color it in gray though. Alright, I'm actually going to leave the top white to make it look like there's snow on top. And then you can color in the water with a blue marker. If you want to get creative, you could actually draw some fish inside your water if you'd like. Drawing fish are also fun because you can do a lot of different colors. Something that I like to do when coloring in is I actually draw the border first, the edge, so that way I know where I have to stop. This way I don't draw off my page too much. See, I'm drawing the border there, and that makes it easier to just color it in the rest without worrying about where the edge is. Alright, now that I finished coloring in my water, you have a choice. You can either stop here, which is totally fine, or if you'd like to add some more detail, you could add stuff to the background. You can choose, if you'd like, whether it's a sunny day or a cloudy day. You can draw some clouds, you can draw the sun. If it's a cloudy day, you might want to leave the background white to show all the clouds, but if it's a sunny day, you could color it in blue. I'm gonna stop drawing now and let you make some decisions. Make you choose how you would like to color in your own background. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed drawing that penguin. I know I did, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with.